Hi everyone. In today's session, I'm going to share with you a technique, a method of learning that I found very useful when I was training to be a naturalist. This is something that my trainers taught me, and I would like to share with you, and I hope you will find it equally useful. Since in this set, it's all about birds, and you'll have been birding, you'll have been listening to sessions on birds. I will take bird as an example. But do keep in mind that this method of learning can be applied to absolutely anything that you come across in the wild. So, say you see a bird, and this is a new bird for you. All of you make notes, right? You'll write down the important features that you've noticed, and say you refer back or you check with friends, and you learn that this is a long-tailed shrike. Then what do? You usually will open your guidebook. You will refer back to what your guidebook has to say, right? Oh, look, it has so many different morphs and plumages. It has, in the other side, of the book, the adjoining page, you will find other basic information like the distribution map, habitat, migration routes, etc., etc. And that's about it. But what if you want to find out more, right? You have the time and you want to know what more this bird is all about. You will, of course, the next go to is websites. So you go to websites, say, for example, like the AV Base, which has some information on the bird, but it also has links to a lot of other websites from where you can get further information. So, say, suppose you go to Wikipedia and you click on it, and the Wikipedia website page opens, and over there you find information which will add to what you learned about it from the guidebook. Also, there are websites like the Birds of the World. It's excellent. It has fantastic information of almost all the birds in the world, from maps to illustrations like this, so that you can see more features. uh, Diet and foraging, vocalizations means calls of these birds, etc., etc. All of that is available on this website. But then what? How do you remember all this information? You take a piece of paper and you start putting the information down. You write down the name of the bird, you make a drawing, and to make this drawing, as Apishika has told us, you don't need to be an artist. You just put down the main features in the bird, right? So in case of the long-tailed shrike, I will make sure that I draw a brown, a gray cap and nape and upper back, an orangish sort of shade underneath, a white spot on the wing, a white belly, and very importantly, a black band along the eye that goes all across. Here I've put M equals to F, which is for me to understand that the male and female look alike. What else would I want to know? I want to put down its distribution. This is getting a little covered. Let me move it. Its distribution. So it is found almost throughout the country, but in the north it is seen in the summer, and in the east it is seen in the winter. What else do I want to know? I want to know where it's found, right? We know it's found in the whole country, but where should I look for it? So usually it sits on top of small bushes, which I've shown by drawing a small bush. It's found in fields. So I drew some stalks here to show fields, and it's often even found on big electric lines. So I represent it with a very simple outline diagrams. What else do I want to know? I want to know its nesting behavior. So it nests in trees. It forms a small cup-shaped nest. It uses material like grass, twigs, and sometimes even human-use material like plastic. So I show it with these little diagrams. Male and female both participate in nesting. So I put that down. They lay about 3 to 6 eggs, and interestingly, the long-tailed shrike has a brood parasite, a nest parasite, the Jacobin cuckoo. I'm not sure if you've come across this concept of nest parasite yet in your sessions, but I'll just quickly explain. So, nest parasite is basically when birds like the cuckoo, who do not make their own nest, but when they are ready to lay an egg, they will go do that in another bird's nest. And that poor bird, say for example over here, the long-tailed shrike, will raise that chick, the cuckoo chick, thinking it is its own chick. So it'll go feed it, along with its other real babies. So that's called nest parasite. What else information do I have? What does it feed? So a long-tailed shrike feeds on a large variety of different creatures. So I'll quickly put it down. It feeds on insects. I can represent it by a simple drawing of a butterfly, small reptiles, spiders, frogs, chicks, little chicks of other birds sometimes, and small mammals. This is how simply I can show its diet. What else? It is usually solitary, territorial. Mostly when you see a long-tailed shrike, you'll see it all by itself, and you'll often see it chasing other, shrikes away if they enter its territory. IUCN status, which means its conservation status. Under the IUCN, the long-tailed shrike has been put into a bird of least concern. Means at the moment we do not know of any big threat that there is to this bird. Then I find out, oh wait, it has a very interesting way of hunting. So this bird, as you know, sits on top of the electric lines or on top of a bush usually, and to hunt it swoops down from that perch. Right? So if it is sitting somewhere and it spots something, it will dive down. It swoops down to hunt it and it will bring it back. So I write that. And not only that, it will often try to find like a thorn or something. And suppose it's brought a lizard, it will bring it there and pierce it through the thorn and hang it there. Okay, this is called impaling, and I have not seen a shrike do this, but it is a recorded behavior. And I will put that down because I think it's extremely interesting. And because of this behavior of hunting, it is also called the butcher bird. What else would I like to know? I would like to know its call. If I've heard it, I'll put it down, or if I've not heard it and I read about it, I'll just put it down. It's a harsh chirr kind of a call. And I also read that it has been recorded to mimic calls of other birds. So I'll just write it down, mimic. And that's it. Just by doing that, I have almost all the basic information that I could find onto one single page without writing lines and lines about it, right? I find that this kind of note making, which is like homework note making, not field note making, I find that it has quite a few advantages. Important among it's being that one, that you have referred, found out information and recorded it in very simple, easy, fast, like sketch diagrams and keywords only. When you do that, you remember this information better than how you remember if you just read it once. And secondly, if you're forgetting something or you want to refer back, it's very easy. You don't have to again go back to books, websites, etc., etc. You just go back to this one page. And in one glance, you get all the information, right? It's very quick. So I found this very useful, like I said earlier. I hope you will too. In the upcoming assignments, we do have a few listed out for you to try this method out. As you may have guessed by now, we call it the spider diagram because of these arrows. They come out like legs of a spider out of a center. So that's why we call it the spider diagram. And initially, if you find it difficult, like if you feel lost, where and how to find information, maybe you could take this list down You can write it down or take a photograph it, and you could put it in your notes. So basic things what you need, no matter what you see, not just a bird, is the name, scientific name if you are interested. Write down its distribution, where in India or the world it's found and when it's found, diet, hunting, feeding method, habitat, where in the small habitat, whether it's near a water body or where it's found, you can put it down. Courtship behavior. Do male and female have a sort of a special behavior before they start nesting and breeding? You can find out and write it down. Special songs and calls sometimes in case of birds. Um, Nesting and parenting behavior, and other interesting facts like local folklore or your personal observations. I think this is extremely important because especially in common birds, like even the shrike, for example, the guest who you have may already be a birder. They may already know a lot of these basic, habits, habitat, etc. kind of information. What you can add, which adds value to you as a guide, is your local folklore, the stories of that bird from your community or your neighboring communities or your observations. This kind of information will make even a common creature very, very interesting. Last but not the least, IUCN conservation status. I think this, even for your personal information, it's quite good to put this down. So I hope this has been a fun talk, and I hope you're excited to try this out. And I hope you will find it useful. Do let us know how it goes for you. Thank you.